Hello and good afternoon. We are the mini team and we will present a breakdown of the different and most important aspects of education in Mexico and Poland.
In Poland, education is obligatory until the age of 18. Public schools and public higher education institutions are free, what makes them accessible to all. The school year lasts 10 months from the first day of September and is divided into 2 semesters, which are separated by a 2-week winter break. Classes generally start at 8 a.m. Each lesson lasts 45 minutes and breaks usually from 5 to 25 minutes in the case of the lunch break. As the first level of school education in Poland is considered preschool, in Polish, przedszkole. Children aged 3 to 5 years attend on a voluntary basis. 6-year-old children have compulsory 1-year pre-primary education. They may complete it in a kindergarten or in a preschool class in primary school. At the end of this stage, a preschool diagnosis is issued. The next level is primary school. In Polish, szkoła podstawowa. This stage, for young people aged 7 to 15 years, lasts 8 years and is divided into 2 levels. The first is grades 1 to 3, and it's integrated early school education. The second is grades 4 to 8, and is subject-based education. Learners in grade 8 take a compulsory external written 8th grader exam. Results have no impact on the completion of this stage, but they may be one of the criteria in the admission process to post-primary schools. Another stage is compulsory until the age of 18. You can choose from 4-year general secondary school, in Polish liceum, leading to the maturity exam, 5-year technical secondary school, in Polish technikum, leading to the maturity exam and the vocational exam, 3-year first stage of sectoral vocational schools, leading to a vocational exam, after which you can continue education in the 2-year second stage, leading to the maturity exam and the vocational exam. In Polish, szkoły branżowe. There is also an option of 3-year special school preparing for employment. It is training for a specific occupation. Learners who have completed secondary or sectoral vocational secondary education can learn in post-secondary schools with programs of up to 2.5 years, leading to a vocational exam. Every person who passes the maturity exam may apply for college, in Polish, szkoła wyższa. The academic year starts on the first day of October and is divided into 2 semesters which end with examination periods. There are many different fields of study in Poland, also studies in foreign languages, mostly in English.
Levels of education in Mexico. First, we have preschool, and the duration is from 2 to 3 years. And usually the kid is between 3 to 5 years old at the time of this level. Then we have elementary, and the duration is 6 years. And the kid graduates from elementary at the age of 12. And then we have junior high school, and the duration is 3 years. And usually the teen is around 12 years old, and it finishes at the age of 15. Then we have high school, and the duration is another 3 years. And sometimes it can be a variation of ages, but usually people graduate at the age of 18. Then we have college, and the duration is from 4 years going on. It depends on the career of your choice, and normally people start after high school, but some people take some time before going to college.
Hi, I'm Mateusz, and I want to tell you some things about history of Polish education. Schools in Poland were starting to emerge as early as in 12th century. These schools were run mostly by priests. For a long time, you could say that priests were the gatekeepers of education. But fortunately, in the following centuries, things were changing. In 1364, Jagiellonian University was founded, which is one of Europe's oldest universities. In the 16th century, almost all villages and cities in Poland had at least some sort of a school. Unfortunately, not everybody could attend them, but that was changing, and although not so often, even universities were starting to accept peasants. In the following centuries, history of Poland gets tough. But ignoring all that and focusing on education, we can list a few major timestamps I want to tell you about. In 1773, a Commission of National Education was established. This was probably the world's first state ministry of education. In 1919, compulsory education was introduced. And probably thanks to that, by 1978, only 1% of Polish population was illiterate. In 1999, major reform of education took place, more or less setting it the way we have it now.
Hello. We will now continue with the history of education in Mexico. In central Mexico, the history of education stretches back to the pre-Hispanic era, with the education of the Nahuas and schools for the elites and commoners. A formal system of writing was created in various parts of central and southern Mexico, with trained experts in its practice. After the Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire, friars embarked on a widespread program of evangelization of Christianity. In the colonial era, schooling of elite men of European descent was established under the auspice of the Catholic Church. Liberals' attempts to separate church and state in post-independence Mexico included removal of the Catholic Church from education. Education remains an important aspect of Mexican institutional and cultural life, and conflicts about how it should be conducted still continue to this day. The history of education in Mexico gives insight into the larger history of the nation. With the first official modern university being built in September 22nd of 1910 in Mexico City, Mexico, Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, and UNAM for short, Mexico has made a lot of progress in its education system and will make its mark as a place of higher education around the world.
Hi, my name is Marcel, and I would like to introduce some aspects of physical education in Poland. From now, the period of education from primary school to university, we are accompanied by PIMS, where about 3 hours a week, in addition to gymnastic sports, such as football, basketball, and volleyball, are most often practiced. Although in some schools there also offer horror and exotic ones, such as fencing or hockey. In schools with swimming pools, swimming lessons are also included in curriculum. And for feeling, we often organize addiction classes in their previously described and various specific activities, for example, fitness and offer.
Why are sports good in school? Sports develop the physical as well as mental strength in students. Daily physical exercise is essential for students because exercise not only helps students to stay healthy, but it also helps them to improve emotional fitness and concentration in school. People are involved in sports in school ever since they joined elementary school all the way through college. The only difference is that in junior high school, sports in schools are beginning to be competitive between them. The most played sports between schools are basketball, soccer, football, and volleyball, and rarely is baseball.
Thank you very much. This will conclude our presentation. Have a wonderful day.